Now it's time to extend the features and the commands for the HTOP. In the previous lesson, we have already working on the HTOP for the extended commands, and we can use the various features and the various keywords, regular expressions to extend the features and extend the capabilities of working on the screen and the working with the Linux kernels. Now it's time to go for extended commands for HTOP. That is the interactive process viewer, and we can also kill that process interactively, and hence no requirement of using the kill command and the process ID finder. Alright, so now according to the last lesson, as we have mentioned that the green colors are used for the root user and the blue colors are used for the non-root user. We can now see here this root user, as it says user, has been colored in green, and Kali Linux user, or the Kali Linux, that is the non-root user, has been actually no color. But in the above task pane, we can see here task 74 that is running with the non-root user, that is the Kali Linux, Kali, and the 116 processes threads actually running with the root user. That is the basically system services, we can say in technically daemons. So for Linux we can say that daemons are running, and in the Windows you will find that the services are running. So the services and the daemons both are the same meanings, both have the same meanings, but the different terminology used. Alright, so now we can see load average, and coming to the bottom of this screen, we can now see the F1, and the function key can be used to search and filter, tree view, sort. So using the F5, let's start that. F5, pressing F5 will reveal every processes and the sub processes in the tree view, as we have already seen in the previous lessons, that is the PS tree. So that basically says how this is structured and which are the parent services and the parent directories that the particular process is associated with. So that it says actually. So using the F5 command button, once again we can be back to the normal screen, and this is updating with the processes that is running behind the scene. We can also use the F9 to kill a particular process, and we have already seen that. We can also use the setup. So using the F2 command, we can now see the setup, that displaying options, colors, and what the display will be shown, like the shadow, other users processes, hide kernel threads. We can also uncheck this, and it will also show the kernel threads, but I will leave that for the default. We can now see here 57 kernel threads are there, and 116 normal threads as a root user. So we can check this, hide user line process threads. We can click this and it will be hiding. Display threads in a different color. So the color basically is denoted from the display options. There will be no colors that will differentiate between the root user and the other user. So custom thread names as well, we can also enable that. And coming to count CPUs from 0 instead of 1 instead, and update process names on every refresh, we can also use that. That is beneficial for. And coming to the colors, we can also change the colors, like the background and the monochromic and the black on white, light terminal, that will be light, and I think so default is the best one. We can also use monochromic, black on white, MC, and black and night, broken gray, but the default option is the best one, I think so. And we can also add the columns, hide the columns, and delete the columns, and according to that. Alright, so coming to once again F2. Alright, let me once again restart it. Now we can also filter out using the F4 commands. So using the filter, whatever you type will be there. So if I am going to type the only Kali Linux, and there is nothing as of now, let me do it once again. So in case if I'm going to filter for only the root user using the F4 command, simply type the root, or the words matching like the regular expressions will be matched and it will be shown. So the root user is highlighted here, and using the full command we can also use the root, and that will be done. So moving back to normal using the F4 commands and hit enter. Using the escape command we can clear it out, everything from the search screen. We can also use the help file if you don't know something important that you want to add for yourself, that you will use it continuously and on daily basis. You can use these help files that will be beneficial in order to know that and how it actually works. And that's all for this user, and that's all for this HTOP commands that have the extended features. We can customize it according to ourselves, and whatever you want to have output from that processes and the process viewers that is interactively showing up and updating over time, over predefined time. Actually, we can also set up that from there using the F2 button and the keys. Alright, so that's all for this lessons. See you in the next lessons.